welcome to Osseo High School, John Hanson Stadium at Carleton Field for State Class AA Boys Soccer. Quarterfinal matchup tonight between the Rosemount Irish and the number 2 seed, the Maple Grove Crimson. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Sig Lagry. And Sig, kind of divergent seasons for these two teams. Rosemount, really a Cinderella story. They're under 500. They were the number 6 seed in their section. They got off to an 0-5 start, but they've come alive at the right time, and they're playing with a lot of confidence now after winning their section title.
Well, this is a good old timing is everything. Starting off, like you said, 0-5 in their conference, coming up against some good teams and being on the short end of those, but coming alive mid-season, and then in the end, that's where they find their strength, going through the sections, as you said, from the bottom and working their way up. One of the at-large teams here in the quarterfinals with a record of 7-8-3, going up against a 19-0-0 team of Maple Grove, who's had a fantastic year. And on paper, you say, well, this is going to be a David and Goliath, and Goliath's going to walk all over him. But remember, that's on paper only. It ain't paper on the field, and that's where it counts. And Rosemount has confidence. They're relaxed. They're going to have a good time, and that makes it dangerous for Maple Grove.
Yeah, the Crimson, probably a little more pressure on them, certainly coming in with that undefeated mark. They played quite well in their section final to beat Moundsview. And not a lot of changes that they feel are needed when they get to the state tournament. Play the way they have all year. They've got a veteran group all the way across from the back through the strong midfield and up front as well. They're an aggressive team, and they obviously know this field a little bit too. They only had to come about 3 miles for the state quarterfinal.
Absolutely, and this field very similar to theirs, as you're saying. This team has a lot of talent, a lot of speed, a lot of good passing, a lot of ball control. They're solid on defense. They've only given up like 7 goals the entire season. In their last, I think it was the last 11 games, they've only given up 2. So they're solid on the back. They're solid up front. Now they got to execute.
Talk about key players to keep an eye on in tonight's contest, starting with the visitors, Rosemount. And Cole Sparman, a 4th-year guy on their varsity, and he's kind of put things all together for them this year.
Yes, he has 8 goals, 9 assists. A little bit off season last year. We had a very strong sophomore season. This year has been back to par where it should be. He's a very, very capable player, and he could be very adept at getting inside the Maple Grove defense.
And for the Crimson, one of their guys who's had not just a solid year this year, but a solid career. He's pretty good at about everything in the midfield, yeah. Kevin Huff.
Senior midfielder, one of the Mr. Soccer finalists, obviously a great player. We've seen him before. Has a great ability to see where the field is and see where his players are, and knows how to get the ball back and forth, and obviously knows how to score as well. Very dangerous if he gets inside of that Rosemount Irish defense.
All right, the winner goes on to the semifinals next week in St. Cloud. The loser's season will come to an end here tonight. Will it be Maple Grove continuing their great run, or will Cinderella Rosemount continue their run in the Class AA tournament? Stay tuned, the Irish and the Crimson coming our way next year on 12 Sports.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
Welcome back here to Osseo. Maple Grove playing on the home field of their biggest rival here tonight in the state quarterfinals, one of the pre-chosen neutral sites for this tournament. And Rosemount making the journey up from the South Metro. They play in the South Suburban Conference, one of the state's best leagues, just like the Northwest Suburban is where Maple Grove plays. Here's a look at how things shake out in the Class AA tournament this year. 3 of the teams wound up undefeated, and they're not surprisingly, the top 3 seeds. Eastridge, the number 1 seed, taking on Duluth East. Maple Grove also undefeated. They're the 2 seed taking on Rosemount. Here, obviously, we've got Minnetonka, who is undefeated but has a couple ties. They're the 3rd seed taking on Anoka. And that 4-5 game, Wayzata and Rochester John Marshall. Rosemount in the blue with gold numbers, and there's a look at their keeper junior Michael Urban. Kind of won the job through the season, and kind of a nice thing that Alex Notch, who had been kind of competing for him with the job and had played some goal, scored a couple goals in their section tournament as he's come out as a forward when he's not playing as the goalkeeper. And Maple Grove in white, of course, and we are underway. Crimson possessing it early on here. Quickly taken away, and the Irish trying to counter now. Andrew Weiler switching field, sends it back across. Quick interception, though, by Garrett Maupin. Ian Dubois sending one straight up the middle there, and that one's broken up. Cole Sparman gaining control, but not for long. Taken away by Xaver. Now they drop it back, and Hoof's going to chip it up. Urban will come out to get it. Certainly sun is going to be an issue a little bit here in the early part of the game. Ben Nelson, the Maple Grove keeper, will be looking right into the sun in this first half. There's a look at Ben right there.
Yeah, the sun's just a few degrees above the treetops, so Ben Nelson's going to have a little bit of a issue when he's looking into the sun with the balls up in the air.
Hoof takes a little bit of a rough fall there. Michael Anderson coming away with it, chipping it long, looking for Colin Mitchell there, number 4. Irish didn't have a lot of returners. That's kind of a contrast to Maple Grove, and they got off to that slow start. And there's a look at how they came alive at the end. They take out the top 3 seeds in the Section 3 tournament, and obviously all 1-goal wins, and feeling really good about how they've played late. And this is the second time in the state tournament for the Irish. The previous coming in 2006, and their coach Mike Flirsch said, admittedly, that probably not many people expected to see one this year, maybe even within their own team. But that's why you play the games. You come out, and they started to play real well late in the season. Had some trouble scoring at times, but then kind of put things all together. Here's a look at Maple Grove. Meanwhile, they definitely got a tough test in that semifinal. The game we did on Channel 12 against Park Center, and not only was it close on the scoreboard, it was close on the play too. And talked to a couple of the Maple Grove guys, and they said, we think that was probably pretty good for us to get that kind of challenge.
Yeah, it was a great one-on-one matchup for the Pirates, and that was a great match.
Hoof controlling here, trying to go to the outside, but not quite able to trap that one down is Daniel Cortez. Cortez had a couple goals in the section championship win over Mounds View. This will be a throw here for Rosemount. Deep in their own territory. Michael Anderson will take the throw. You can see from that shot, though, the way the sun is just getting to the point where it's going to be going behind the trees before too long, but as of now could still be a little bit of an issue. A little bit of wind to deal with, too. Maybe not as bad as you might sometimes see in mid-October like this, but definitely will have a little bit of an impact early on here.
Yeah, sustained winds were about 7 miles an hour, gusts out of the north at about 14 miles an hour. Temperature 53 degrees, so it's great for soccer for the players.
Cortez heading that one into the middle, but slammed back out of there as Marty Kelly, one of the captains for the Irish, gets to that one. There's a look at Mike Flirsch. Long time with the program, 19 years, and he said, all things considered, it sounded like last year's team was one that was involved in a battle, for the top near the South Suburban title and everything, and maybe overall might have been a team that they expected to go farther than this one, but I think this group has really come together, as we said, put it together at the end, and gotten things done, gotten into the tournament for the second time.
He's
slammed out of there by Alexander Freeland. Xaver trying to get to that one. He's able to knock it free. Maple Grove possessing quite a bit here in the Irish zone early on. Xaver chipping it to the middle. A little swing and a miss at it there by Zachary Weber, but he's able to catch up to it. And it will be a throw here for the Irish, or is it a free kick?
It should be a throw.
So look at Greg Leininger, one of the co-coaches for Maple Grove, and talking to him before the tournament, and they were kind of hoping to be the #1 seed, but not a huge shock that Eastridge would get it either. I mean, they both have kind of impeccable resumes this year, and Eastridge has been ranked ahead of them during the year. So there's Hoof able to block that pass. Reed Diamond giving chase, but won there by Jacob Schulke. A lot of turnovers back and forth in the early going. Both teams trying to get rid of the ball quickly and able to get some turnovers forced as they trade possession here. Carson Thomas stepping up. Gets it over now to Cortez, and now Zaver a return. Cortez, oh, he nearly had a breakaway chance from in close there, but he couldn't gain control. There was really no defender in the way there. He would have had a pretty clean look at the net if he'd been able to control that one. Zaver to the outside, looking to cross it. Broken up there. It'll be a throw for the Crimson. Maple Grove looking to put continuous pressure on here as we get another look at this one here. Watch Cortez coming in, but just somebody got a foot on it and just made it a tough ball to handle at that point. Trevor Gift will take the throw in here for Maple Grove, and he's got a good long throw.
It's almost as good as a corner kick when he has the free throws.
Popped out of there by Michael Anderson for the Irish. But Maple Grove quickly gets it right back. They've kind of set a tone early here. They've bottled up Rosemount in their own half of the field for the most part. Irish do not have artificial turf on their home field. They have played some games. There's Chad Morse, the other co-coach for the Crimson, and he was part of the first state tournament team for Maple Grove back as a player when the school had first opened. Jabbed away there, but a foul called on Anderson. I was saying Rosemount has certainly played a number of games on turf, but their own home field is not. So unlike Maple Grove, as you get a look at in the Irish starting group. Free kick here for Hoof.
So they're trying to set up something on the far post. That's where it goes. Try to redirect it up front.
Maupin not really able to get much of that one, and now lifted ahead by Kosari. Crimson get possession right back. Pass, though, is deflected. Marty Kelly looking for some room up that right side, but a strong step up by Gift. Diamond working his way, but could not get past the second guy, Gabriel Thompson. Now Garrett Maupin. And that one is hammered out of there. So Rosemount doing a pretty good job covering up, although they have to be a little nervous about how much time is being spent in their half of the field early on here.
They're playing Maple Grove very tight in the middle, trying to get those takeaways from the defensive side of the ball. The defenders getting in there and trying to get the takeaways.
Anderson volleys it high in the air, but they couldn't get anything going with the header. It will be a throw, though, for Rosemount. It's like they're trying to figure out where the soccer ball went.
And also, there's Ian DuBois going off the field. He stopped right around the 40-yard line after that exchange and then went off the field. Trainer's looking at him now.
Mitch Berg comes in to replace him. Now the Crimson trying to get it out of there. Reed Diamond gaining control here. Diamond looking to get a return as he cuts hard up the right side. And good hustle trying to keep that ball alive, but it was out of play as Thompson raced over there. So it's a throw for Maple Grove. Gift will come up to take this throw in here for the Crimson. No score on the board. We've played 9 minutes here in the opening half. This is the State AA quarterfinals on 12 Sports. Maple Grove in white, Rosemount in the navy blue. Gift sending it high right into the middle. Here's a header. Urban getting up in traffic, punches that one, but then a swing and a miss. Ball crossed there, and let's see, did it get over the line? I think we're going to have a corner. Yes, we will for Maple Grove as they couldn't gain control. Carson Thomas trying to, there's Thomas getting ahead on that one, and then he's got more bodies out front. Urban, the best he could do is punch it, and then you see not able to gain control, and it ultimately results in a corner kick. Garrett Maupin will take the corner, and Maple Grove likes to really get a lot of traffic in front. That one looks like it hits the outside of the goalpost there, and it is in fact going to be a goal kick as it's out of play. Crimson don't necessarily have a lot of size, but they have a lot of aggressive guys who don't mind throwing their body in there.
Oh, absolutely, and that's why they, as you said on the corner kick, they love to flood that the goal area.
Hoof trying to get to this one, but no matter, as behind him was Maupin to gather it. Gift chipping it up that left side, but a nice interception by Schulke. Broken up there by Ali Kosari, and the Crimson trying to quickly go back on the attack. Mitchell coming to meet it for Rosemount, but nearly lost it there. Now they'll move it over left side.
Nice leave.
Weiler switching fields again back to the right side. Chip to the middle. And a strong step up by Gift to break that one up. Maple Grove trying to work it out of there and lifted back to midfield. Marty Kelly with the header there for the Irish. Now Maupin gaining control here for Maple Grove. Trying to go line there to Diamond. That one broken up by Schulke. So a throw in here for Maple Grove. Maupin with the quick header. And then Cortez able to get a piece of that one. That allows Diamond to run onto it. Diamond trying to get control back. It's going to be another corner here for Maple Grove as Schulke stepped in to break that one up. But Diamond kind of one of those relentless guys, quick, and he's not afraid to just attack straight in a line at you either.
Oh, absolutely. We've seen him before do exactly the same thing. He's very aggressive, doesn't know how to slow down. He just keeps going and going and going and has all kinds of energy.
Hoof will take the corner as they normally do from this side, the right-footed kicker. And that one knocked out of there. Maupin usually takes him from the other side because he's a lefty. Hoof able to block that one, but it's out on a throw here for Rosemount. But Maple Grove is kind of turning up that pressure to keep the ball in the Rosemount end again. Although it hasn't really resulted in a lot of great chances, but still they've certainly controlled the play overall. Maupin gaining control here for the Crimson.
The time of possession is heavily in favor of Maple Grove, but as you said, they're not getting any quality shots yet.
That one will roll through as he tried to get it to Diamond, and Michael Urban out there with it. He's going to distribute left here. Samuel Heipel. He leaves it for Weiler, one of the captains. Anderson controlling here. Sparman had it jabbed away. It'll be a throw here for Rosemount. Coach Fleur saying that they like to use the width of the field a lot. They'll attack, moving the ball outside, and make sure that they're getting the field spread and try and get the defense out of position that way more so than attacking with straight balls up the middle.
Yeah, that seems to be their favorite or more comfortable pattern. Send the flankers up there, get the forwards out in the outside positions, and then go for the inside crosses and attack that way.
Woof. Air mills that throw a little bit. Now he's able to gain control here.
Whoops. A little grab around the waist will be a foul called against. Oh, no, sorry, it's a
just a throw
in
there. Yep, Cortez trying to head it to Diamond. Now Cortez again will try the header. Diamond comes up with it, but he mishits a bouncing ball there. He had Maupin cruising out front and probably was going to try and get him the ball the way it looked there, but just didn't get. It's kind of one of those in-between balls, a little too low to head, but a little too high to get a real good, clean touch on it with a foot. And goal kick here for the Irish.
Well, you probably think the Maple Grove coaching staff's happy so far with what they're doing there. The players are getting the ball down, and now here comes the Irish.
Mitchell, a nice ball, but there it's offside. Trying to spring Friedland there as you watch Mitchell, number 4, but Friedland gets out ahead. He called for the ball and he got it to where he expected, but the flag went up. Nelson was ready for it anyway, it looked like. Hoof had it and then jabbed away from him by Kelly. Mitchell flicking that ball ahead, then out to the outside. Kosari up with it. Wants to send this one up the line. Cortez. Nice job to get to it first by Thompson for the Irish, but it's going to go out of play off Rosemount. Throw here again for Maple Grove, and now we're going to have a substitution, or a few actually here, as Ryan Dubois will come in for Maple Grove along with Vlad Maltsev, and Notch will come into the game for the Irish. So Hoof will take this throw here for Maple Grove. He played a little over 15 minutes of soccer so far here, and no score on the board. Maple Grove, the number 2 seed in white, is controlling the play so far. It's been almost all in Rosemount's end of the field, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Ryan Dubois trying to get control. Able to dig that ball free. Dubois. And then taken away. Gabe Thompson has had a good match already back there for Rosemount. Here's Zaver to Hoof. And looking for a return. Yeah, it's going to be a handball call there against Schulke just outside the box.
The good news is for them, there was outside the box.
See Hoof lifting
right
it
there.
ahead and right on the hand. Yep, good call.
So now Maple Grove with a golden opportunity 25 yards out from the goal area.
Been dangerous on set plays all season long here.
Yeah,
Oppen and Hoof right there, both discussing it.
I looked for him to float something to the outside and then bring it back in again.
Hoof. Off the goalpost, the rebound is pushed just wide, and Maple Grove nearly getting on the board. Maupin, who made that first run through there, came up with the rebound opportunity, as Urban didn't seem to move much on this one. He knew he was too far for him to get to. His Hoof nearly put it and just deflecting off.
So the Irish dodging a big bullet that time with that set play. That was a nice kick.
To the outside, Zaver trying to run it down but couldn't quite keep it in, so a throw here for Rosemount. Cole Sparman will take this throw in. Thomas steps up and heads it right back out. Another throw here for the Irish. Try and get it long up to Mitchell, but that one not a lot of field to work with there, so out of play it goes. We get a throw for the Crimson. Basari will take this throw here from Maple Grove. Hoof gets a piece of it, and then it's out off of Maple Grove, so a throw here for the Irish. Notch comes back to meet it, but then taken away quickly by Ryan Dubois. Zaver leaving it for Hoof. Hoof goes left foot. Ryan Maltsev comes up to meet it.
Irish just plugging up the defensive middle.
Taken away by Berg, and he tried to spring Ryan Dubois there. Now Zaver controlling. Spun off it there, and Berg chipping one a little bit too hard for Ryan Dubois. Doesn't seem as though Ian Dubois has come back in yet for Maple Grove, so hoping that he's not out for the night here. Sitting on the bench over there, was talking to the trainer a little bit, but Maupin with the header. Sparman comes back to meet it, but it was off his arm, so handball call there against the Irish, and Maple Grove will get a free kick.
Looks like Ian Dubois is working on his right ankle. Like we said, after that play, when the play went out of the touch area, he took himself off the field.
Here's Hoof with the free kick, looking far post. Sparman got his head on that one. Crimson trying to free it back up, though. Zaver briefly had it. Now Notch coming up to meet it, and what do we have here? Going to be a dangerous kick, I think, on Notch. Yeah, he brought his foot up as a player was trying to head the ball, and I think that's what the call is right there. So Hoof will get another free kick. Hoof driving it toward goal there, and Urban will come out and make a sure-handed grab on that one.
And that's the first save he had to make for the match. Here come the Irish on the right side.
Hoof able to break that one up as Weber tried to send that ball to the middle. So a throw here for Rosemount. Haven't been in Maple Grove's end of the field too awful much here in this first half. They would like to get a little something going here. Sparman will take this throw for the Irish.
I think last time down was the only time they got past the 20-yard line.
And they turn it over here as it goes out off of Weiler. Having said that, though, like we talked about, they haven't really given up too many great chances at the other end. They've certainly, had the ball in their defensive zone a lot, but they've done a good job covering up for the most part. Notch trying to cut it back to the middle. Weiler pushes it outside. It's knocked out by Gift. A throw here for the Irish. This will be Sparman taking the throw here for Rosemount. He likes to get a good run up on that track. They have to be a little careful there with the cleats on the track before you get back on that surface. And a good strong throw. Nelson coming way out to punch it. Now Ryan Dubois trying to push that ball straight up the middle. Thompson volleys it high the other way. Now Gift sending it long. Thompson will have to wait till this one is down low enough to control, and he does. Over to Heipel. Back for Thompson. Over the head of Notch, though, and Gift returning it back the other way. That pass right into the middle. Zaver quick there to take it for Maple Grove, but then they go outside and not quite on the same page on that run. So we get a throw here for Rosemount, and more subs will check in here, as you see for the Irish. Anderson coming back in. And also back in for them is Friedenland. So Heipel triggering this one in here for Rosemount. A lot of traffic, though, and it's headed out by Chris Geary, number 8. So Maple Grove will get the ball right back here, and Gift getting set to try and throw it in here.
And this seems to be his forte. You can see the Maple Grove attackers setting up in front of the goal area.
Here comes Gift. And apparently he wasn't throwing it from where he was supposed to be there, so he'll be ordered back.
And again, he'll just get it out there as far as he can towards the goal area.
Headed out front. Irish get to it but can't clear. Thomas stepped up to break it up. Now Maltsev trying to turn with it. Dishes it back. Berg, shot knocked down, but still dangerous here. That one partially blocked by the defender, and it is going to be a corner kick here for Maple Grove, as Maltsev did a good job not trying for a desperation header there that would have run out of room anyway, so he wisely detected that it was going to be their corner. You see Urban getting some talking to there by his teammates, like, okay, we can do this here, but obviously there's Crimson, again, love to send a lot of traffic. This time they go with Hoof, even from this side. Maupin had taken him from this side earlier. Hoof chipping it out front. Irish get first touch on that ball. Kasari, though, stepping in, gives it to Hoof. Trying to create some space. Nice cross with the left foot, but knocked down, and then Sparman able to knock it. Gift stepping up to keep it alive. Cortez pushing it across. Kosari. Now Zaver. And it will be a throw for the Irish. Xaver with the header. Geary trying to go against two guys there up the sideline. Got it to Notch, but can't keep it alive. And a throw coming for Maple Grove. "15 minutes to play here in the opening half. No score on the board, and Maple Grove definitely controlling play, but again, not generating a ton of good chances.
Restart the throw in.
We'll get a throw here for Hoof. And volleyed out of there by Kelly for the Irish. Thomas up to meet it, but then taken by Anderson for Rosemount. Berg, the interception, it's going to roll out. Throw here for the Irish. First, they're going to make a change, though, as Weber comes back in. Look at some of the crowd on hand. Pretty nice crowd has come, obviously. Well, you got two things here for Rosemount. They're happy that they really put things together, maybe somewhat surprisingly at the end for Maple Grove. You're only a few miles away, so add those two things in, and I'm not surprised to see a pretty good crowd here. Maple Grove obviously has had a great year and everything too. Here's a nice cross, but Nelson sure-handed to grab that one in traffic. Sometimes when you go a long time without work, those can be a little scary, as it was actually a very well-played cross there.
It was a good cross. That's probably the best penetration they've had in terms of offense.
Geary hits that one a little bit, trying to go up the line. It'll be a throw for Maple Grove. And they're going to call for their sub to come in, I believe. Nope, I guess not. Maupin wasn't wanting to come in just yet. Berg heading it back to Kosari and tried to go to Maltsev. Now Hoof knocks it to Maltsev and Xaver. Kosari into the middle there. Nice tackle by Sparman. Irish looking to quickly counter. The return there for Anderson. He'll stop, get control, plays it up for Friedenlund. He and Gift battle. And it will be a goal kick, as Friedenlund, I think, thought maybe he had knocked it off Gift, but not the way the officials saw it. And there is a look at Ian Dubois, so he does come back in. He had the game winner and only goal of the section semifinal for Maple Grove. Late in that match, about 5 minutes to go.
And he had a long conversation with Coach Leininger on the sideline before he came in. The coach pointing out some movements that he had seen. From what I'm seeing, the game is going exactly as we expected, with Maple Grove charging up the middle, some trying to get the outside, but not that many. Irish obviously bottling up the center and the middle, trying to get those takeaways, not giving Maple Grove a clear shot on net, and that's pretty much where we are.
Maupin nearly had an opportunity. One more step, and he might have been around the defender. And it's cleared off of Hoof. It'll be a goal kick here for Rosemount as they bring Weiler back off the bench here. And Geary will get a breather.
And while we have a moment, center referee for this match is Matt Grotwold. AR1 is Jeff Tuberman. AR2 is Flavio Perron. And the fourth referee is Ian McGregor, sitting on the far side.
Out of play here and a throw for Maple Grove. Ian Dubois will take the throw in. Xaver trying to get it over there to Ryan Dubois off his shoulder. Now Hoof up with it. Maupin trying to give it back to Hoof. It was up in the air a little bit much, but Hoof stayed with it. Ooh, close to a handball there. Has it looked like it might have hit Anderson on the wrist. Hoof's arm went up. He wanted a call there, but they keep with it.
If it's an incidental hand touch, they may not call that if it didn't have any impact on the movement of the ball.
Throw in on the far side now for Maple Grove as Trevor Gift will try and generate some offense off the throw here. Bounces all the way through, and then Urban is knocked down, and we're going to get a little talking to and perhaps a card. No, not going to be a card, but Daniel Cortez didn't stop his momentum very well there, and
kind of crashed into him. It gets the message from the referee, but no foul, no card called.
Nice move there by Anderson, controlling it for the Irish, but then taken by Xaver, but he turns it back over to Heupel. Carson Thomas lifting it ahead. The header is a little behind Cortez, so he runs and tracks it down and then gets a nice little return from Gift. Here's Kevin Hoof. Hoof looking right side for Xaver, but he's offside. In a lot of ways, a lot to like for Maple Grove, but at the same time, when you're 19-0 and you really have had maybe one good chance in the first half, I'm sure they're starting to get a little anxious here to, okay, we got to take that next step and be able to get some clean looks.
Yeah, one would think so. Actually, when I'm looking at this match, it's almost a mirror to the Maple Grove Park Center game that we covered.
Steal there by Weiler. Gift gets up to meet it. Thomas trying to head it out of there. Now Weiler gets it back here for Rosemount. Weiler trying to send it ahead, but a little slip there cost him a chance. Now it'll come back out to Schulke. Gift able to knock that one down, but his pass broken up. Anderson had it, lost it. Ian Dubois with a head of steam the other way here, trying to play it ahead. A little miss hit though. Maupin nearly able to take that one and go. Weiler looking across the other way. Gift read that pretty well though and is able to trap it down. But he turns the ball back over. And it'll be a throw here for Rosemount as we've ticked under 8 minutes to play in the first half of a scoreless battle here. State Class AA Boys Soccer on 12 Sports. This is the quarterfinal round. You can watch for the Park Center Girls quarterfinal game in Class A coming up this week on 12 Sports as well as they make their first state tournament appearance. We'll be down in Cottage Grove on Wednesday night and watch that one later in the week. So another throw here for Rosemount as Sparman will take the throw here up the line looking for Zweber. And this one will be Maple Grove's throw in. Look at Ryan Peterson. They haven't been asked to do a whole lot in the back end so far for Maple Grove, but have obviously been solid when they needed to be. You have to think if we go into halftime scoreless, it probably favors Rosemount. I mean, they're the underdog coming in, you'd have to think. And
well, they're hanging around, and the longer they hang around, all it takes is one defensive mistake.
I think they've done a nice job of staying composed and staying confident in the back when Maple Grove has put a little bit of pressure on them.
You know, we were talking to the coach before the game that, and maybe the 0-5 start was probably the best thing to happen to the Rosemount team because they were in the hole early. And then decided that they were just going to pick themselves up and go play the game and have a good time. Pressure was off, and the result was here they are in the state tournament.
Gift took a rough ride to the turf as he got that ball cleared. No foul, though. It'll be a throw here for Rosemount. Sparman looking to go to Mitchell. And Gift gets back in to pound that one out of there. Later in the half, Rosemount's had a little more offense going for them. Here's Heupel. Weiler trying to play it around Cortez. It's out off of Cortez. A throw here for Rosemount. Notch coming back in here for Rosemount.
Returning to the game for the Irish.
So Cole Sparman will take this throw in here for Rosemount. And the header, they get it back for Sparman now. Leaves it for Weiler. Jabbed away, but offside call against Rosemount on that return pass. Maple Grove was gesturing, and the officials did see it. So,
yep. He looked over at on the far side. They had the flag up indicating the offside position.
Nelson getting that kick right to Hoof. Now Cortez chasing it up the line. Oh, a nice play around the defender. Diamond deflecting it to Hoof, but couldn't get through two there. Notch, nice ball to the outside. Weiler has Mitchell ahead of him. Weiler carrying it up that left side, avoids Peterson's tackle. Now putting it out front and just knocked away by Gift. And the follow-up goes high in the air off a defender. And it'll be a throw here for Rosemount, and their fans giving them a hand as they get a pretty good push upfield here. Weiler did a nice job here avoiding Peterson and then getting a good cross away, but Gift there just in time for Maple Grove as Mitchell slid for the ball. So Sparman will take this throw, and things definitely tilting toward Rosemount more late in this first half after they were bottled up in their end for much of the opening half. Maple Grove trying to get it back, going the other way. Diamond bumps with Kelly at midfield. It'll be a throw for Rosemount.
Yeah, that ball came off Diamond as he tried to control it. And all of a sudden, Rosemount getting some momentum on their side. And yeah, as we were saying, the longer they stay in this match at 0-0, the better it is in their favor.
Weiler getting it for Sparman. Hoof ends up winning that battle, though. Hoof trying to go direct right up the middle. They were offside anyway, it looks like, is trying to get it to Ryan Dubois there. So free kick here for Rosemount. One thing we talked about, too, with Coach Flirsch from Rosemount is they play in a very tough conference, too. It isn't like,
yes.
Oh, my, we're going to be intimidated by 19-0 Maple Grove or anything like that. They've both of these teams play difficult enough schedules that you're not going to come out and see anything that's terribly surprising in terms of skill level on the other side.
No, you're not. And both teams have played other top-ranked teams. So
Diamond hustling here up the line for Maple Grove. And run off that one as they catch up to him there. Good hustle to stay with him by Kelly. So a throw here for Maple Grove. A little over 2 to play in this opening half. And we are still knotted at 0-0. Number 2 seed Maple Grove and unseeded Rosemount. Gift with the throw in here for the Crimson. Here's a header. It deflects and it's going to go just wide. It will be a corner for Maple Grove, but there was a near miss for the Crimson as Gift gets a good long throw. You'll see the header there by Thomas, I believe that was.
And deflected over for the other side will be a goal kick from the near side. Corner kick from the near side.
Maupin will line it up here for the Crimson. Looking far post, just over Urban's head, then Diamond a header, and that one was blocked. Another corner kick upcoming here for Maple Grove.
And you got to wonder how many corners can Rosemount afford to give Maple Grove opportunities like this.
Out front, the header is in. Kevin Hoof buries it for the Crimson just after you said corners might catch up to him, and Maupin gets the assist, and Hoof will get the goal for Maple Grove. And the Crimson on the board with just over a minute to play.
Maple Grove is so dangerous with this. They flood the goal area. Nice corner kick, perfect header. And that's something they're going to talk about at halftime for the Irish. Don't give the Crimson that many opportunities.
We go under a minute to play in the opening half, so Maple Grove able to break through right before halftime after going a long time without a lot of really good chances. Hoof will get his 11th goal of the season. Ryan DuBois trying to get it back here and does. Chipping it out front. They want more. Cortez spinning, leaves it for Hoof. Wheels away from Weiler. Leaving it for Ryan DuBois out front. Tried the bicycle kick there was Cortez. Now a follow-up by Thomas, and a one-hopper grabbed at waist level there for Urban, and Rosemount fighting off some attacks, but Maple Grove gets that one off the corner kick. Half about to wind down here, so we will reach halftime here in this one. Maple Grove, a late goal by Kevin Hoof. Our score at halftime is Maple Grove 1, Rosemount nothing. We'll have first half highlights and then our second half coming up here on 12 Sports.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
And welcome back here to Osseo. State AA Boys Soccer quarterfinals here as Maple Grove leads Rosemount 1-0 on a goal late in the first half. I'll check out some first half highlights in this one. Maple Grove pretty much controlled the action for the most part. Then Rosemount getting some things late. Here's Kevin Hoof off the goalpost, and the rebound just wide by Maupin off a free kick. Long throw in here for the Irish, and Nelson comes out to punch that one out of there. And then a nice cross here, but Nelson wins the race to that one as well. Here's a near miss for Maple Grove, or excuse me, the next one coming up as they got the throw in, a little collision there, Urban grabbing it. And then Rosemount Weiler making a nice move there, but Gift able to break that one up before Mitchell could get to it. And here's the one I was thinking of, Gift getting it ahead. There's a nice header, and it hits a couple bodies and goes just wide, but here's the goal. Kevin Hoof getting up, clean touch on that header off the Garrett Maupin corner kick. And you see our first half stats.
And the numbers tell the story. Crimson with a 9-0 advantage on shots. 3 shots on goal, 0 for the Irish. Fouls, 2 for the Crimson, 4 for the Irish. And corner kicks, 6-0. So on paper, Crimson are way ahead, but they're only up 1-0 on the scoreboard.
We will be back with our second half of soccer coming up here on 12 Sports. The winner, as we said, moves on to the semifinals. Semis and finals now, of course, up at St. Cloud State this year with the Metrodome existing no more. We'll be back in a moment.
So, I got this new family, and
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
Welcome back here to Osseo along with Sig Lagry. I'm Jay Wilcox. Maple Grove leading Rosemount 1-0 here as we turn things around and get set for half number 2. The sun no longer a factor out here. I'm sure it'll cool down a little bit here as well, but I think welcome sight to not have to be dealing with the sun at all for the keepers.
And along with it, the wind has died down some. With sustained winds now at 6 north, out of the north. Gusts at 16, temperature dropped down to 51, and that's going to be dropping pretty fast, I would think. But temperature won't bother the players here, aside for potentially some cramps. Let's see what the coach did at the halftime to change things, make some adjustments where needed.
Yeah, I think what they talked about and what we talked about might have changed just a little bit based on Maple Grove getting that goal, because if you're Rosemount, you're thinking, well, okay, they've had the better of the play, but we've limited their chances. But then you give up that one with a minute to go in the half, and that maybe it doesn't change everything, but changes a little bit in terms of how you attack the second half.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see Maple Grove go more to the outside and go down the side, then go for the cross instead of trying to go up the middle. Because every time they go up the middle, the Irish defense is there waiting for them.
Hoof looking to go outside for Xaver with it, but he was out as he headed that ball. A throw here for Rosemount. Again, if you're just joining us, Rosemount was the number 6 seed in their section. They were second to last in the South Suburban Conference this year, 9th out of 10 teams, but have just put things all together late in the year, kind of playing with nothing to lose kind of attitude. 3 1-goal wins over the top seeds in their section, and here they are.
Yeah, looking at who they won, they beat Eastview 1-0. That was a 3-2 shootout. Then they beat Egan 2-1, and then beat Park Cottage Grove 2-1. That's a pretty impressive resume in the sections. In section 3A or AA.
Controlled here by Sparman for Rosemount. Nice move there, but then Hoof intercepts his pass. Hoof trying to get the ball back, and he does. He has the lone goal tonight. He'll leave it for Maupin there. Maupin playing it up the line for Diamond, but they're offside.
On the other side of the coin, let's take a look at what Rosemount needs to do. They need to get a sustained attack going. As I said, they had 0 shots in the first half. They need some ball control, get some kind of a attack moving.
Anderson controlling it, finds the feet of Sparman, and he'll drop it back for Schulke. Good step up, though, by Gift. Gift gets the pass from Diamond, and now he'll send it up the line. Kelly gets there first, and he'll hammer it out of play. Get a throw here for the Irish. Or excuse me, the Crimson. Now Maupin triggers it in. To the outside, Cortez. And out over the line, so goal kick here for Rosemount.
We'll see how it works for the next offensive set series for Maple Grove. It looked to me like they were indeed trying to go down the near side, trying to get down the flank and make something happen that way.
Gift trying to control that ball and did so. Now Hoof comes away with it, but broken up there by Kelly. Kelly looking out to the left. Weiler.
He's got 2 other forwards with him.
Weiler looking, and he shoots it low and hard on the near side there and tried to beat Nelson, but he's able to play it off one hop.
Nice left-footed shot. Nelson right there to cover it up.
You know, Nelson, I think, is a little bit of an unsung guy with this group. He you know, a lot of times they're playing well enough that he doesn't get tested a whole lot, but he's there when needed. He's a solid keeper. Get a throw here for Maple Grove, and they'll leave it for Gift. He's going to drop it short to Maupin and let him try and serve one in there. Maupin out front off the body of Cortez, and it's a goal. Crimson go up 2-0 as Cortez just getting his chest on that one, it looked like. And they did a smart thing on the corner there, or on the throw-in, going short with it, and Maupin then had plenty of room to line this one up. It's almost like a free kick. And Cortez just off his shoulder or upper chest.
So Maupin gets his second assist of the game. And this is kind of what you and I were talking about, Jay, during half. If Maple Grove comes out and attacks and gets up 2-0, it's going to make it really difficult for Rosemount to get back in the match since they have a lack of shots on goal.
Cortez getting his 8th goal of the season here. Drilled up the middle, and Sparman got a header and then went to the turf. Mitchell playing that ball to the outside. Anderson cannot run it down, though, and a throw here from Maple Grove. Gift ordered to do it again here.
He's going to throw it down, way down field. He does.
Diamond trying to get a turn and go here. And it will be another throw for the Crimson as it's knocked out of play by Zweber.
That was interesting.
They try to do the same thing again, going back to Mop, and now Gift comes bouncing around in front. Crimson had control briefly there with Thomas. Comes back out. Here's a shot, and right on as Urban knocks it down. And so Urban will boot this ball out of here, but Rosemount definitely facing an uphill battle when it gets to 2-0. They were, playing right there for most of the first half. They give up one right at the end of the half, and then one pretty early here in the second. And they're going to need to look to try and generate more offense here, obviously, as this half goes on. There's still plenty of time to go. That's the good news for them, but something's going to have to change here if they're going to have a decent opportunity to get back in it.
Right, the first thing you have to do is start winning the ball in midfield so they can move the ball forward. Maple Grove has some really solid midfielders that have been very good at winning the ball and the takeaways.
Nelson will take this goal kick here for the Crimson. Thomas getting it ahead. Cortez unable to control. Ooh, Peterson was knocked down as he came up for that header. He got bumped by Mitchell as he was in midair, but able to get up and looks none the worse for wear there. Lobbing it up the middle. Now Cortez stops it. Maple Grove is pretty good at that. Here's Cortez following up, and here's his blast, and that'll go just wide. See, Maple Grove's pretty good at coming up and forcing a turnover, even if their initial pass maybe looks like it, doesn't connect or whatever, but they're pretty good at putting some pressure on the D, and sometimes those balls that even if they get intercepted, they're able to win it back so quickly.
Yeah, that's the thing they've been doing really well also in the midfield is winning the ball, getting the takeaways.
Kosari up that right side, finds Zaver. Mitchell getting in there to block that one. Peterson up with it, then it hits Friedenlund. Weiler sending one ahead. Peterson with the header. Hoof back in to break that one up. Maupin trying to run it down. Not quite able to do it, though. It'll be a throw here for Rosemount. Schulke taking the throw in here for the Irish. Kosari racing up to play that one. Now Heupel gaining control for Rosemount. Weiler giving it back to Heupel. And it'll be out of play. Another throw here for Rosemount. Kosari battling Mitchell in the air there. And they nearly turned it over, but good hustle by Dubois to get back in and help break that up. Maple Grove, even their guys who are offensive threats do a nice job of getting back in to help out defensively. Yes. You see them cover a lot of ground. You don't see a lot of guys who are standing up saying, well, let me know when you get the ball headed this way. We'll be down here for a while.
That's not that's not what they do. You'll see.
Nelson wants to play this one. Now he's going to have to wait till it rolls a little bit more and can grab it up before Friedenlund can get there.
You'll see guys like Diamond coming back and playing on defense. He has a great deal of hustle.
Kosari sending it ahead. Now Hoof trapping it down. Zaver looking to get a little run up that right side. Nice defensive play by Weiler to get back in, but it'll be a throw here for the Crimson. Maple Grove, 1 goal late in the first and a goal early in the second here from Cortez, leading to a 2-0 advantage here for the Crimson. Gift getting set to take this throw in for Maple Grove.
And again, this is just like a corner kick. Hit it out nicely by Parman.
And Sparman getting there first. Now Gift has it jabbed loose right into the Crimson bench. A throw here for Maple Grove. Lofted high in the air. Cortez trying to head it back toward Ian Dubois, but didn't get much of it. Now Peterson will run over and track it down here for the Crimson. Maupin trying to go through the defender, and he was held up by that defender as Weber.
Again, you see Maple Grove so quick and so adept at their counter. Sometimes all you can do is hang on to the player and slow him down a little bit.
Wolf will line it up for a free kick here for Maple Grove. Looking to go far post with it. Urban out into traffic here now. Maupin trying to tap it back, but instead it's cleared out of there by Anderson. It's going to roll all the way back to Nelson.
Even though they didn't get any shots at goal, that was an excellent free kick. Well placed right down on the far corner area, the danger area.
Ian Dubois trying to get it to Diamond, but broken up there by Kelly. Diamond takes it back. Kelly yanked on his shoulder there, but play goes on. Here's Maupin. Dubois tried to get it to Cortez. Things starting to get a little more physical out there. And Maupin can't control it. It's a throw here for Rosemount.
This is what Rosemount has to do. They need to get the ball possession anywhere they can.
See Diamond cut in front and a little hold there.
Yeah, a little shoulder hold. But Diamond's used to that because he likes to penetrate past these players. And sometimes all they can do is reach out and grab him as he goes flying by.
Weiler's pass deflected, and just before Notch can get there, Peterson sends it high in the air. And kept alive, and Diamond will come up with it now for Maple Grove.
Yeah, backed up a little bit. He had a 1-on-4 non-opportunity, so very wisely waited, get it back on Hoof's foot.
Hoof will drill that one way up over the top. So goal kick here for the Irish. And Ryan Dubois coming back into the lineup here for Maple Grove, and kind of a future star as a sophomore. That's the one thing about this team is they have mostly older guys playing, so they're going to be a very different team next season, but enjoying this experienced group this year and putting it all together, looking for their 20th win here tonight.
As Maple Grove draws that foul.
Tried to get it to Ryan Dubois, but broken up there. Crimson, though, take it right back. Cortez. A little scrap for it there, and Thompson knocks it out. It'll be a throw here for the Crimson. Berg will check back in here for Maple Grove. Sparman has his run interrupted there by Kosari. He'll serve one out front from Maupin, but it's off of him. Irish looking to get a counter going, but Thomas steps up to break that up at midfield. Nice ball there. Cortez over to Hoof. Turned over, though, and the Irish trying to get it going the other way. Cortez, though, very aggressive, jumping in there. And now Ryan Dubois had it, lost it, but it'll be a throw for the Crimson. they're feeling pretty relentless right now.
Yes,
The
yeah.
Irish are kind of back on their heels. They know what they want to do, but just being able to do it is just not working right now.
Just getting possession is difficult, and it's just wave after wave of attack from Maple Grove. Here they
Gift
come.
with another long throw. Headed out. Berg trying to get control, and that ball was bouncing, and his shot sails way too high. So a goal kick here for Rosemount. They bring in Brian Mischke there, number 14. Off of Berg at midfield. Trevor Gift racing up to play it. Onto the feet of Maupin. Berg to Hoof.
This is just wonderful passing.
Here's Ryan Dubois coming, avoids the keeper. His shot, though, blocked. Great sliding effort there to break that one up. It will be a corner kick, but probably a goal saved there by Heupel.
No question.
Or
Look at
make
this.
that Thompson.
Thompson getting right in front of the shot. Good defensive recovery. You're right, that did save a goal.
Not a bad idea by Urban to come out and be aggressive on that and not allow Ryan Dubois just a clean shot at the net. Dubois, pretty good poise, too, to avoid him. That one goes off the goal post, and Notch clearing it ahead toward Mitchell. Mitchell cutting it back to the middle of the field here, looking for some help.
And while he was waiting, the entire Maple Grove defense came back. Now they're back to their standard formation.
Well, I tell you, it helps when you have got a lot of guys who can run well, too. I mean, you can afford to send a lot of bodies up front on corners and throw-ins if they're confident that they can get back into position. They're A, in good enough shape, and B, just playing fast enough, too.
Right. And they know exactly when to turn the speed the other direction. That's when we talk to coaches. We ask them how good are they at the transition from offense to the counter. And you watch Maple Grove and some of the other top teams, they all move together quickly.
Berg gets it in the air. Diamond pushes it ahead. Diamond trying to create a chance from the outside. Out front, a little over Ryan Dubois. He tried for the header. Hoof runs it down, though.
I like what they're doing, though. Maple Grove's doing what we talked about, that they're going more to the outside and then crossing, because they realize that the Irish are just plugging up the middle.
Gift tells Hoof, you go ahead and take this throw. Hoof looking to go near post, and it's off the crossbar after the header. Boy, they have been generating chances in the second half. Certainly here, they've gotten one goal in each half, but here's Hoof turning, tried to play that ball through with a soft touch left foot. Comes back around to Maupin. Maupin looking for some space. Berg sending it to the outside, but Urban's going to come running out and get it. Here's the header. That was a near miss opportunity there for Carson Thomas.
It just hit the crossbar.
Drop back here to Berg. He'll chip one up the middle. That one is broken up.
Yeah, probably a good thing, because Hoof was running right down the outside looking for that pass.
Here's Gift leaving it for Maupin. Now Gift trying to send it to Ryan Dubois. Diamond comes in. He goes down and he gets right back up. And now we're going to have play whistle down, and I think it's going to be a foul call against Maple Grove. Referee telling Diamond, all right, settle it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's one thing to be aggressive. You have to be also aware of what it'll cost you.
Mitchell heads it. Now Peterson to the outside. Gift there, but that one's blocked. And then a hurried shot there by Zweber. He's going to roll harmlessly wide here, and we'll have a goal kick coming for Maple Grove. They lead it 2-0 here. We're nearing the halfway point in this first half. Nelson will put his foot to it here for Maple Grove as they finish the substitutions. And they're asking him to stop the clock, but they're not paying attention. They're going to have to add some time back on here, I believe. Clock is continuing to tick, and they're not honoring it up here in the.
Okay, now it's stopped. Now they're going to have to go and reset that, I would think.
Although I'm not entirely sure why it did stop in the initial.
I think they stopped it because they felt that Maple Grove was stalling on the goal kick.
They're asking some more time to be put back on, but I don't know if they have communication via walkie-talkie up here. That's what I'm guessing was the thing, but.
They should have some method of communication across the field.
Unless they're going to give it the old hand signals from the.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Here comes Pat Gottwald.
On at 20:03, so.
So when communications electronically doesn't work, you go the old-fashioned hand signal.
Or 20:33. I thought he said 03, but.
I thought it said 03 also, but.
Irish will get another 30 seconds, I guess. There's Sparman as he sends that one ahead, goes down. Hoof able to win that ball for the Crimson, sending it ahead. Long race. Urban has to wait for that one, just barely gets over the line into that penalty area.
You don't want to make the mistake of picking at the ball outside the penalty box. We saw that a few weeks ago.
Maupin leaving it for Ian Dubois, now to Ryan Dubois, but that's broken up by Kelly. Notch coming back to get it. Weiler sending it across here for Daniel Sampers, who's checked in number 3 for the Irish. And then we're going to get a foul call there as Gift was knocked down by Sampers. No doubt that play's gotten more physical here later in this half. And yeah, it didn't, I mean, it was a foul, definitely, but I don't think it was anything out of the ordinary. Just stepped on his foot a little bit. Hoof trying to get control here, and does. Now leaves it for Maupin. Bird cutting up the middle here. Hoof lets it go through. Ryan Dubois, the race is on. Dubois, oh!
He couldn't.
He pulled it around the
it.
keeper, but couldn't put the shot in with the left foot. Good footwork to avoid Urban charging at him, but then he rushed the shot a little bit with the left foot.
He needed to get, as he went past him, needed to, right here, see it. He's open, Urban comes out, get the ball past him, and it went just too far for him. He couldn't catch up to it. That's not that he didn't had, not that he had a great shot, but he couldn't quite get there. Still, great move to get past the keeper.
And nice decoy there, dummy by Hoof to look like he was receiving and let it go through to Dubois there too.
Good communications between the players.
So a throw in here for Rosemount. Gift knocking that one out to midfield. Anderson controlling it here for Rosemount. Weiler getting into the middle. Sparman leaving it there for Anderson. Anderson gets a shot away. Nelson able to roll it. Anderson frustrated as didn't get a lot of that one. So Nelson Pretty easy stop there for the Crimson, as they have really kind of taken control of this one. I mean, they definitely had the better of play by far in the first half, but Rosemount was doing a good job of limiting their chances, but then they got the goal off the corner kick late in the first half. They get one early in the second, and Maple Grove's pretty much having things their way now. Here's Urban, able to grab that one. Sparman coming back to meet it here for the Irish. Nice ball to Anderson, but it bounces off him. Good hustle to get back to it, though. Gift. Right on the foot of Hoof. Hoof gonna chip it out right side here. Cortez. And it will be Rosemount's throw. Gets stuck on the back of Cortez there.
It did, and it rolled down his back, and he ends up getting the throw for his team. That's an interesting little exchange there.
Going to be a free kick, it looks like, here instead for Maple Grove. As Weiler knocked him down here, so free kick for the Crimson. Maupin will put his foot to it, looking out front off of Urban's hands, and then he's able to grab it up.
Urban that time, seeing he was being pressured by some white shirts, punched it down and then covered it.
Peterson knocks it back to his keeper, Nelson. Hoof controlling it, now to Maupin.
Boy, look at this passing. I mean, this is what you want your players to do, pass with a purpose.
And they double up and get the ball away. Dubois, though, hit it. Ian Dubois trying to go to his brother Ryan and didn't get much of it. This pass will be intercepted by Berg. Now Ian Dubois controlling, trying to go to Ryan Dubois. Cuts it back to the middle. Ryan Dubois lining it up, fires, and just wide. A goal kick. But Maple Grove really kind of smelling blood here. They're going after it. They're generating chances. They're playing exactly how they want to play here.
This is exactly right up their alley. Get the ball up the middle to an attacking forward. Take the shot. This is right out of their playbook. Ryan Dubois takes a breather.
You see they kind of give him the low-key treatment over there. Well, you didn't score, so I'm not going to really get too overboard congratulating you there.
Right. He's played a very good game, very aggressive, being in the right place at the right time, making good passes.
Throw in here for Gift.
Looking for his favorite target.
It's off of Cortez. Will be another throw knocked away from Cortez, I should say, and Gift will throw it for the Crimson. Starting to look like they're going to perhaps be headed to the semifinals here and command at 2-0. Headed back out of there. Gift drills it right into an Irish player there and then bounces around. Still dangerous in front and then cleared out of there by Sparman. Knocked away from Notch, and it will be a Rosemount throw-in as Maple Grove scrambles to get their defense back into position. Ian Dubois splitting between defenders here, but knocked away. Kasari with a good header. Sparman trapping that ball down nicely. Try to serve it up the middle. Peterson breaks that up, though. And Kosari coming up to meet it, but couldn't control it. It'll be another throw here for Rosemount. Get another throw now coming for the Crimson. And that'll be a foul call, a push in the back.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a shove. Rosemount getting a little bit flustered now. They've been out gained on these takeaways. And Maple Grove has just played an incredible possession time in the second half.
Cortez will take this free kick here for Maple Grove. Blocked right back at him. Now Thomas going to chip it ahead for Cortez. That one's broken up, and then Emmanuel Boateng clears it. Not for long, though. Crimson win it right back. Annie and Dubois sending one netward there, and on one hop, Urban grabs it up. Battle for it there at midfield, and Xaver winds up with it. Jabbed away from Cortez, who gets knocked down. Now Sparman looking up that left side. Peterson looking for some space to do something with this one. And it will be a goal kick here for Maple Grove as Boateng kept on coming and jabbed it away from him.
And Peterson content with just making it into a goal kick. So Nelson now with the goal kick. And he's got a pretty good leg. He usually gets it well past the 50-yard line.
Sparman coming up to meet that one. Irish just trying to generate some offense here.
Anything. They're trying to ward off the Pearl defense.
Gift hammers it ahead there, and Diamond not able to control it before it goes out. So a throw here for Rosemount. Schulke will take this throw in here for the Irish. They're still working hard, but you kind of have the feeling of inevitability right now. If it was still one goal, you know, you'd be definitely kind of on edge thinking, okay, there's still a good chance, but it seems like the play is slowed a little bit here. It's like both teams are kind of realizing that probably this is going to be Maple Grove's game, but still got 10 minutes to have to finish out. And stranger things have happened. Hoof trying to come up with it.
If you look at the overall factors, Maple Grove with their possession, also their defense, you look back in the games that Maple Grove has played, they've only given up one goal in the last 11 matches.
Maupin comes up. We have an injured player down for Rosemount, a Sparman.
So Maple Grove player coming over helping him up. Yeah, they don't want Sparman hurt. They need him. And he's going to be helped off the field by his teammate. Hopefully he'll be able to come back soon. So he's favoring his right leg.
So free kick here for the Irish. Overrun there on a bouncing ball by Anderson, and it will be a throw, though, for Rosemount. And Boateng will throw it in. Gift up for a strong header, and Hoof lofts it ahead. Ryan Dubois putting some chase on there. Nice play by Kelly, though.
That was good defensive play.
Weiler coming back to meet it. Now Hoof. They drop it back to Weiler. Weiler looking for a little space here and hemmed in, and it's going to be a goal kick for Maple Grove as Weiler made a good effort, but just too many bodies to get through. So Sparman is able to come back in. I was wondering if it might have been just a little cramp, and he's still hobbling, but he comes right back in. He desperately wants to try and finish this one out. Of course, Got a few seniors on this Irish team that look like they may be playing their last game in Rosemount uniform. But as we talked about with Coach before the game, with Coach Flourish, I mean, leaving a mark for their program. And also, as he talked about, giving, we'll get a look at a scoring chance here for Maple Grove first, Urban. Giving teams that have kind of struggles in the regular season a lot of hope. You look at the record they had during the season, and you can point to them and say, you know what, it can happen for you even if you didn't have the greatest regular year.
Yeah, absolutely. You can start off slow, but that 0-5, you see the collision.
First one was okay. Second one not so much.
That one's not. You're not going to get with that one. Anyways, I was talking before about being 0-5, talking to the team and saying, okay, here's what we're going to do, guys. We're not going to get upset. We're not going to get angry. We're not going to get down. We're going to play our game. We're going to have a good time, and then let things happen naturally. And it has made a huge impact on the development of the team. Not necessarily in skill, but in attitude and in camaraderie. And
a throw for Rosemount as Gift played that ball out on purpose because he saw Friedland was without a shoe there.
Hey, whatever works.
Able to get it back, and they want to attack here. Being that Rosemount was the team trailing, they weren't going to give them that clock stoppage there for the shoe either, so they had to go ahead and quickly throw it in. It wasn't that they were trying to stall for time by any means. It was the other way around, in fact.
Yeah, and we've already seen that. That's when Maple Grove tried to slow things down, the goalkeeper referee stopped the clock.
Gift will throw it in here for the Crimson. Anderson a header, and then Hoof drills it long again. Ryan Dubois late has tried to get some chances and has had a couple of real good ones, partly because Rosemount has to send some more players up trying to get some offense.
But they're still playing a four-man defense, but even with the four-man, they're having a tough time keeping Maple Grove attackers out.
Thompson able to clear it. Ian Dubois got to it. And now over to Anderson here for Rosemount. Nice ball to Weiler. Looking to go to Mitchell. Mitchell pushing it to the outside. Gets a cross away, but Thomas calmly bangs it out of there. And then we will get a foul called against Rosemount as Ryan Dubois put his body squarely between the Rosemount player and the ball. And
I think he tried to step over him. That didn't work. Referee right there signaling the foul going the other way.
Dubois tried so obviously to draw it that I think the official almost wanted to not give him that call.
Because he was waiting for it.
Long, high bouncer, and Urban's going to be the first one to it. And he'll distribute right up the middle here to Anderson, but Crimson trying to force a turnover. And now they eventually do at midfield as Hoof drills that one, though, over the Maple Grove bench. We will get a throw here for the Irish, with time winding down on them. We've got less than 5 minutes to play here in the match. Maple Grove leading at 2-0. Kevin Hoof and Daniel Cortez, the goal scorers, both assisted by Garrett Maupin. And so a good performance here by the Crimson. And Rosemount, I don't think has anything to apologize for.
No.
They came in here and showed up pretty well in the state tournament like this. They were, definitely an underdog coming in, but hung in pretty well for a good share of the first half. Long ball here, and Peterson drills that one off his teammate. Gift trying to control it. Nice move up the sideline, kept it in play, but then hit a Rosemount player. And then trying to draw a corner there was Notch, but it did not hit a Maple Grove player. We get a goal kick instead here for the Crimson.
I think you're absolutely right. The first half was well played by Rosemount. I think that second goal in the beginning of the second half took a little bit of the wind out of their sail and gave the Maple Grove Crimson momentum that they just have not relinquished.
Maupin didn't hit much of that one, and Sparman takes it. Zweber has his pass broken up by Kosari. And lofted ahead. Peterson there with the header. Weiler heading it back into the middle, but Thomas is there to rocket it into the air. Nice job by Boateng to win that ball for Rosemount. And they'll look to attack left side again with Weiler. He's had a pretty good night. I mean, he's not had any great chances, but definitely made some good runs with the ball. Now Hoof stepping in to break that up.
And time running out. Rosemount still trying to figure out how to get past this really stubborn Maple Grove defense.
Sparman takes the throw in here, and Nelson punching it out. Sparman trying to get it lined up for a shot. Bounces around in front, and Nelson is going to be able to come grab this one here as we go under 2.5 to play here in the second half. Maple Grove is going to advance to the semifinals, and probably some moms and dads inquiring about getting off work, I would think, if they haven't already, because that game is going to be at 9 a.m. next Tuesday at St. Cloud State University. So
wow.
I got a lot of games to try and fit in 1 week there, so that's the thing that I guess it's not any different than it's been at the Dome, but it just sounds kind of strange to be playing that outdoor game there at 9 a.m., but that's how it'll be. The AA boys semis are 9 and 11 on the 28th. So that is would be the 9 o'clock start for the winner of this one, which looks like it'll be Maple Grove against either Minnetonka or Anoka.
And both those teams are actually, they're watching this game.
Yep, they're getting ready to play on this field after this one. Anderson controlling here for the Irish, but not for long. Diamond takes it.
So you think that Anoka and Minnetonka are taking notes?
Yeah, I would sure think so. And Maple Grove will likely be doing the same after this one. And that's not good news for Maple Grove as Hoof goes down. Got a run over from behind there. And I was starting to think that, I mean, you want to protect a lead and everything, but do you ever worry about guys getting hurt at the end of a game like this too?
Yes, when you have the game pretty much in the bag, and Hoof goes off. Probably a good thing, get him out of the match and let him recover, get ready for the next entanglement.
So it'll be a free kick for Maple Grove right about midfield, 1:04 to go in the contest. They keep battling for it there and pounded up that line and out. It'll be a throw here for the Crimson.
Hoof wants to come back in.
And Urban is going to come out and grab it here. So Maple Grove is going to stay perfect at 20-0. And Rosemount, a good section run, will come to an end in the state quarterfinals tonight. But congratulations to the Irish for reaching their second state tournament in school history. And Maple Grove's 5th appearance is going to continue with more soccer into the semifinals, as we set up at St. Cloud State.
And not only the 20th win, but also another shutout.
So the final seconds tick off, and it is Maple Grove. A goal late in the first and another early in the second, securing the victory this year. 14th time they've put up a 0 on the board, and it's clearly been a season to remember for Maple Grove, and they're going to look to extend it some more. 2-0 your final score. We'll be back to wrap things up here in just a moment. You're watching the State AA Boys Soccer Tournament quarterfinals on 12 Sports.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
Welcome back here. Trevor Gift and Kevin Hoof joining us from the Maple Grove Crimson. Another impressive outing for them as they win it 2-0 here in the state AA quarterfinals over Rosemount. And we'll start with Trevor. And obviously you guys came out and kind of just played your game. It took a little while to generate some chances, but how did you feel about overall performance for the team?
You know, we're obviously glad it's a win, and you know, even though it was a little sloppy at times, a win's a win, and we're moving on. You know, Rosemount put up a good fight, but in the end, we're just happy to be where we are.
How big was it to get that goal right before halftime? Did that ease your nerves a little bit heading into halftime?
Oh, of course. You know, the end of the first half drives all the momentum for the beginning of the second half, and that, I think, really propelled us to get a quick one in the second and kind of just carry through for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it seemed like after you guys got that second especially, it was like full go, and they were unable to fight you off after that point.
Yeah, you know, 2-0 leads, they're dangerous, but at the same time, they're hard to come back from. And, you know, we really enjoyed getting that, and it kind of relieved the stress a little bit at the end.
Is it nice to get this one out of the way, and, you know, you kind of have that state tournament feel, and, okay, now you can just get down to business next week at St. Cloud?
Yeah, you know, getting to St. Cloud was our goal at the beginning of the season, and we're happy to meet that, but once again, we want to see how far this thing can go.
All right, congratulations on the win. Good luck in the semis.
Thank you.
And Kevin Hoof getting that goal off the header right before halftime. And you guys have been so dangerous on corners all year long. Is that something that you guys feel like has been a big key for your team?
Yeah, from the beginning, set pieces have been a key in our team's attack. At the beginning of the year, I think our first 8 out of 9 goals were off of set pieces. So obviously it's a big part in scoring, and it makes us multi-dimensional.
Guys came into tonight, and I don't think either team knew a whole lot about each other and everything. Was it interesting to sort of see a brand new team like this and figure out what they had and then kind of break them down eventually?
Yeah, definitely. It definitely helps you set up for the state tournament, because many teams, you don't get to see them play very much in the season. You can get film, but it's just not the same as adjusting in the game.
Warming up behind us right now, you got a team from your conference in Oka and against a very good Minnetonka team. Does it matter to you much who you play, or how do you think about it when you're, once you've advanced like this?
You know, I don't really think it matters. I think that our team is ready to play. I think that we want to win. We play with passion, and I think we're ready.
All right, Kevin, congratulations on the win here, and good luck in that semifinal.
Thank you.
All right, Kevin Hoof along with Trevor Gift, Maple Grove Crimson now 20-0 on the season. As we said, they'll be playing at 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning up at St. Cloud State against either Anoka or Minnetonka. Hope you've enjoyed this one. For Sig Ligry and all of our crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Good night from Osseo.